good afternoon, good afternoon. Your boy Jamal Lex Lockhart, Gorilla CEO, Gorillapreneur Strategic Real Estate Investment. I'm not next, I'm now. Just get out of the courthouse. There's some digging. I had to go through them papers. Not tired, but sometimes a little time consuming. But enjoyed everybody in there. Big shout out to all the Lorraine police officers and the clerks and everybody that works near the bailiffs. Everybody, little great snack in the cafeteria. I had a blueberry crumb. It was very good, blue crumb, little milk, and get my energy back up so I can go do my contracts down there that I got to do for the day with my deals on the table in commercial real estate. But I want to do a small video. I'm not going to get too deep. I'm not trying to confuse anybody. The difference between commercial real estate and residential, single family, multifamily apartments, things of that nature. There is a difference. When I started with Mr. Zul Abdullah shopping houses in Cleveland. So I got a certain percentage on the houses that he had under contract or under deal support. That was all right. It led me to get my first property preservation gig with Miss Mariah Stark Widgway. Miss you, Mariah, please give us a context so we know you're okay and everything. Got some business to talk to. Miss Mariah Stark Widgway, and I was showing homes to her. But sometimes you get properties, and that was before I was even going inspecting properties. Mr. Zul would send me somewhere, I get the lockbox code, and I would go. I would just head right out. But, decent homes, but we had squatters in them. It was in East Cleveland, so it was squatters in them. It was, little junkie was messed up. So that's how I came across my first property preservation gig through Miss Mariah Stark Widgway, who had said, well, Jamal, some of these houses need to be clean. I said, well, how much do they pay to do that? She said, well, they pay good money. And that's why I can do that. So that's how I got the branch of property preservation with Gorillapreneur. And our first contract was just January in Sandusky. We had a lot more. We had a lot more since then. So I owe Mariah Stark Widgway for adding the bridge to the Gorillapreneur brand. And she gave me a new branch of business. But I got into commercial real estate through Mr. Sam Warwick. I got into commercial real estate with him. Shopping, we had a deal in Old Brooklyn, Ohio, bunch of doors, I think it was 124 doors. Then, senior citizen retirement home in Houston, some other big properties. Then I ran across Phil. And he gave me some amazing stuff. World Trade Center, casino in Vegas, casino in Paris, some monstrous properties all over through the United States area, just monstrous stuff. You're talking about 400 to 500 doors and above, so I got some billion-dollar things. I got the World Trade Center from this gentleman, so I can wholesale that. But to me, without making it apples and oranges, in residential, single-family, multifamily, you get a wholesale fee. House is $50,000 or $60,000, you mark it up $10,000, that's your fee. And that's good money, it's a good hustle. If you want it and you can convert fast on your leads, you did your CRM on everything, you got your buyer in place, single family, multifamily, that's good money. It's good money. But, when you move in multi-million-dollar real estate, that's a different monster. When you go into commercial, and I'm not talking smaller apartments, I'm talking large. I kind of still, even though more than 10 doors would be considered, larger real estate, I still consider that more residential. Like when you start going past 50 doors, you're in a different ballgame. When things are 8.5 million, 27 million, the World Trade Center is like 28 billion. That's a different market. It's a different monster. And with large commercial properties, it's usually set up where you get a percentage. Sometimes it pops out at 3%. You chop that up maybe three ways between, the broker, yourself, and whoever may be involved. And you chop that 3% up, but it's still good money because you're chopping up millions. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a wholesale fee when you getting that 10,000. You don't get me wrong. If you do a good markup, if you can get it, it's very lucrative. I've seen a couple cats get $30,000, $40,000 wholesale fees, depending on how you do it. If the market is hot, it works very well. Like I said, we still in Gorillapreneur, we still are about. That's still part of our strategic strategy. Our strategic real estate investment. We still do single family, multifamily, small apartments, but we branched off, and that's why I made a company called The Elite, the Gorillapreneur Elite Property. So with Gorillapreneur Elite Property, that's the big stuff. That's the World Trade Center. That's apartment complexes that have 200 doors or better. That's 5.8, 8.9, 20 million, 30 million. That's heavy bread. And it takes a different No, let me not say different. It's the same, but there are different nuances in how you travel to get your buyers. So, you know, both niches are very similar, but they also have drastic differences. You know, you have to have, you know, the same thing, POF and LOI on both avenues, but it's more when you're dealing with commercial. You gotta have that other intent. You gotta have that POF. You gotta sign a non-disclosure. You gotta get your NCNDA. You know what I'm saying? You have to have certain paperwork that goes to who you're trying to deal this to, so they can only move in a certain direction. You have a non-circumvention so they can't move around you. You don't know disclosure because you don't want him talking about the property of other people. So there's certain avenues that you have to travel in commercial that you have to travel similar in residential, but it's just a couple of nuances that make it a little bit different. But I always go back to Menace to Society when the young man said, I like big money. You know, I like big money. You know, he didn't want to work at McDonald's. He like big. Now he did some bad things to get the money, and you always want to be ethical in real estate. But I get where he was going. He want big money. So if you make the decision to move to commercial real estate, realize that's big money, huge money. Where one put his way, if I excuse my French, but when I sell the World Trade Center, I could take a year off. I wouldn't, but I could take a year off for that commission alone, off of that percentage of $28 billion. I could take a year off and just chill. You know, just work out, be with my wife, you know, do some things around the house, you know, live off the interest on the money. You know, I could do some incredible things doing that. So I want you to realize when you're choosing your niche, no matter what the niche is, you know, if it's residential, if it's commercial, if it's just you're doing apartment complexes, you may want to do auctions, you may want to do tax liens. There's many different avenues, and they all have their nuances where you can make your choice to build your future. So to me, I choose everything. And some people say I'm crazy to do that. I don't think I am. It makes me more knowledgeable. It makes me comfortable in any arena because I ain't scared of nothing. So that's one part of it. Choose your niche. Don't be scared. Do your education and get this money in real estate because it's out here. But like I said, I had a great day at the courthouse. You know, I love coming to y'all. I wanted to shoot the video just to get back with y'all. But it's your boy, the Gorilla CEO, Jamal Lockhart, Gorillapreneur, strategic real estate investment. I'm not next, I'm now. And that's a little lesson on commercial and residential real estate. Talk to y'all soon. Peace up. I love y'all.